Chapter 4 is set to end at the end of 2023, but what are the most important things Chapter 5 needs to be great? Chapter 4 has been a mixed bag of good, great, bad, alright, and just plain rubbish at times. We definitely need more time with the map, but I see why we can't have more time with the map. If you look at the two maps we've had the longest, which is Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, and we compare them with the Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 maps, it's kind of obvious why we can't have more time with the Chapter 4 map. If you look at the Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 maps during their Season 1 incarnations, they appear to be very unfinished, and loads of room for growth. But if you look at the Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 Season 1 maps, they're almost completed. If you add a new POI, you're stacking POIs. If you add a new biome, you're making it a little bit too busy. And that's where the Chapter 1 map and the Chapter 2 map could grow. Fortnite actually found a really good workaround this season by revealing the fact that the new biome was underneath the already existing map. But unfortunately, this is probably why the Chapter 5 map will fail. It will be a well polished, furnished map, and we'll be back here in years time about to be introduced to the Chapter 6 map, with many probably struggling to form really deep connections to the map. I don't really see where Fortnite goes from here without a new map. I may be wrong in this, but I feel like a chapter's map has to somewhat resemble the first season of the map. I know Season 1, Chapter 1 and Season X, Chapter 1, we of course had a lot of changes, but in essence you felt you were still on that map. This is looking like a completely different island. I mean, storyline and lore wise, a whole new biome dropped on this map, and another one that appeared from underneath us. I feel like the Chapter 4 map has completely lost its Season 1 essence, which some people watching this video may not find a problem, but I feel like that's what made Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 so successful. I guess there is a counter argument to this, and the best example would be the events of Skyfire. All the cubes crashing down, POIs blowing up, and then we got to the next season and there was hardly any map changes, and that's why, because you have to be very careful about the longevity of the season. If you're literally ripping up biomes and POIs every season or every half a season to keep the season fresh itself, the longevity of the map will definitely decrease. Come back to this video in November or December or whenever Chapter 5 happens or the Chapter 5 map is revealed to us and we get introduced to 4 or 5 biomes with 7 quite big POIs. Like, where do you go from that? So already from day one, the last nail in the coffin for Chapter 5 would have already been nailed in and the map will already be dead. And the other things to make Chapter 5 great would be, of course, better seasonal events. I know we still got Fortnite Mares and maybe, I know we probably won't have a Winterfest, but to obviously make seasonal events better. Also, customizable costumes needs to happen at some point as well to make life easier for streamers and of course a better experience, which in hand will help the game. And the Battle Royale Creative Islands is a good step forward, but I mean so people can have admin privileges. That's what I'm talking about. And Fortnite Discovery for creative maps as well needs a complete total rework. Fortnite will probably add a new movement in Chapter 5 and they may add, of course, weapon attachments. But that stuff isn't going to make or break if someone's going to play the game. It's going to be a cool update, then it's going to become very familiar very quickly. Like sliding, no one thinks any different to sliding, and it generally doesn't make people play the game. Now, oh my god, sliding's in the game, I better give it a go. The day-to-day grind of Fortnite is going to always eventually be a struggle, and there isn't much Fortnite can do about that. We're living in a dream world if you think they can just introduce something to their game every day to help you get through a rough patch. And the best thing probably for you would be to turn Fortnite off and come back to it at a later date. Because believe it or not, Fortnite probably doesn't want you playing the game 24/7 either. Anyway, so my conclusion is, does Fortnite need to go back to basic and strip it back to its core and create a very, not basic map, but a map they can grow into, rather than a very well polished map like Chapter 4 was? Yes, Chapter 4 map has changed, but as you know, it's very limited in what I can do before it becomes all a bit too chaotic. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. It's been your boy Mr. Jailboy. Subscribe, like the video. Until next time,